Gunn here, and today we are going to be talking about the Glovebox Organizer designed by Marxon Designs, and we're going to see, is this thing really worth it? About this is that I saw Jeremy, the founder of his company that actually produced this organizer for our glove box on the 2018 and up Honda Goldwing, and I reached out to him and said, hey Jeremy, if you would like, I would definitely like to receive one and to give you a little bit of some feedback and also give a review on it. So I have had it now for about 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I have been on a trip last weekend with it in the organizer. He did send me 2 of them. I have a red one, which you guys can see now. I'm gonna put a picture of it up. And then also you can see this particular model. One thing that I did like about this is the fact that it's organized. In that box, as you can see, sometimes you can just have, just your cell phone stuffed in there, but everything else is thrown around and there's no type of organization. Well, what you can see here is that you can have your cell phone in this area, and then here, Jeremy told me that he designed this for your wallet. All of us guys who wear our wallets in our back pockets know that over time, especially on a bigger trip, that it starts to hurt, right? So you can put that in here. I personally don't put my wallet in it. I use it to keep my little mints and things like that. Also, when it's inside of the glove box, which I'm going to show you guys here in a second, you got room in the back on the 2 sides for your key, or even like your glasses that you may use, like your sunglasses or even your nighttime glasses. For myself, I definitely have a slot for that as well. When we look at the bike, you can also see that I keep my cord towards the front of the glove box so that I can charge my cardo or I can charge my camera up while riding. I did like the fact of the quality of the product. He has it in different colors as well, and I'm going to show you guys on his website where you can see the different prices of it and also different colors. Some of the colors from his website that he offers here looks to be black, white, orange, red, yellow, wine red, bright green, and blue. The prices do tend to vary, seems like, for the different colors, whether or not, I guess, if it's white or if it's black. I'm going to get to the prices towards the end. The inside of the glove box on the bike, and you can see here where I was telling you earlier, I keep my key fob in that little slot there. And then over here, this little compartment, I keep my cord wrapped up. Then I also keep some little mints, hand sanitizer, and also my nighttime riding glasses there. Everything is nice and organized. For me here, I don't use my cell phone because I use a wireless, so I keep my cell phone up here. But I have my quad lock wireless CarPlay inside of the phone in that different compartment there. Do I like this? Absolutely, I do. Can it be, some people will say, well, Marcus, how is it going to be if you're going down the road and you go into the glove box? Can you find things that you're looking for? To me, the answer is an absolute yes. Why? Because you know where everything is. Before I actually had this organizer, everything was just thrown down into this pit, right? You're riding and it's hot in there, and then things are just all tossed around and not a lot of room. But I did put, sometimes if you take this foam part out that they give us that comes with the bike, then you will be able to see a lot more room in there. But I do have the quad lock wireless CarPlay, so I have it stuffed down in there, and I have not had any issues. Wine red that I have here, I like that it matches the color of my bike. You can see down into the pit down there how deep it is, and that without the organization or this compartment organizer, how things can get lost and, you know, while you're riding, going down the road. Well, some people may ask, well, what about the dimensions? So the dimensions that he gave fit the glove box perfect. So I'm going to put it down in here for you guys to be able to see that there is no rattling whatsoever once the compartment organizer is in here. That's me moving it back and forth. You can see there's no give whatsoever. There's no rattling once all of your stuff is in there. And even with it not having any type of products or, you know, your ride along stuff, it does not rattle. And so you don't have to really worry about that. One thing that I do like on this particular model here, because Jeremy was talking to me about some people who keep, I guess they make some type of aftermarket fan for the compartment because it gets hot and your cell phone is down there. So he has these little notches on each side so that you can see how it's curved there. And also on this side as well for the side, so that your cord can actually pass through on both sides for when it is plugged up. So let's put it back in here, and so I can give you a little bit better demonstration. You can see that we have a little bit better lighting down in here now. So you can see on the sides where we have more room on the right, so that you can have a cord run past there for your fan. And then also on this side where your USB plugs up at, you can have the cord be able to go through it. That you have seen and you've heard a lot about my take on the Glovebox Organizer. It is now time to get into what this compartment organizer actually cost. So let's pull up the website here so I can make sure that I have all of the prices correct. So for a black model, it is $47.96 through $59.96. That is for the black. So I'm looking here, and I will put screenshots as well of this in the video. So you have the PETG, which is the standard. Then you have the ASA and the UV protection, which then can range up to $59.96. Now, I do believe that there is going to be some type of special going on for these as well. I have heard that some people have said that, wow, you know, Doc, that is a lot of money for such a product that will go into a glove box. That's maybe so. But one thing that I will say is that working with Jeremy, being a person of a small business owner, we have to take into those type of accounts, right? But not only that, what about what we are getting? This product here is actually high quality. I've ridden probably 500 plus miles with it so far. And for the red one that I have in the bike right now, I have not seen any wear and tear on it, any vibration marks on the side, any scuff marks, any of those type of things that you would probably expect. Not only that, this thing is strong. I mean, he has really made the quality of it. I'm not sure if the camera's really picking up well of how thick the sides are. So it's not necessarily super thin, okay, so that it's flimsy. It's very strong. Would I recommend it? My answer is yes. Why? Because of all the things I've said earlier, and just for those people who is like myself, who loves organization, a little bit on the OCD side, that just likes to have things in their own place. Okay guys, so as I mentioned before, our side glove box, you can see that there's now the little holder and the divider there to keep things from falling out when we are trying to put different objects inside of this little cargo box. For myself, you know, I thought that it was a good idea to do it. You know, I don't normally keep a lot of things in here. Only thing that I have in here at the moment is I have a pen, and then I have my have my cross. I have the Christian Motorcycle Association coin that was given to me, because then I have my second cross. So you can't have enough of the crosses with you, or especially out here on the bikes. But as you can see, I think it looks pretty cool, you know. So when you are looking at the product, it is just 3M on each side of there, and the dimensions are perfect. They come straight down there, and it will block anything from really falling out of the glove box when we do have it shut, okay? So for that glove box, that little divider for our side box, that price for it is $15.99 for that. So, do I necessarily recommend that particular little divider, or, you know, to keep things from falling out of there? I would say that it would depend upon the rider. It would depend upon the person. A particular rider, absolutely. Jeremy, I think it's a great product, and I'm glad that you sent that to me. Guys, my biggest thing that I recommend would be definitely the organizer for the middle. I will put a link in the bio for you all to check out his website and look at the different products and the colors that he have on this. And that has been Dr. Young Gunn's review on the Glovebox Organizer. Thanks guys, and check out those other videos.